Time to Strike is a twin-stick arena shooter that takes some design elements from the auto shooter genre, most popular among them being Vampire Survivors, which have become incredibly popular in the last few years. One of the main differences between those games and Time to Strike, however, is the fact that you have a couple more options at your disposal when fighting off your enemies, compared to the 8-directional movement that the former games allow you to have. This deceptively simple game, while not entirely intuitive at the beginning, unfolds beautifully after a couple of runs. Once you understand the meanings of haste or on critter spawn, you will be able to create mind and numbingly overwhelming combos that will fill out your little arena with colors and explosions, whichever way you look. When you start a run, you can select from a list of weapons, all of which has their own firing patterns, damage, abilities, and ammo capacity, among other things. You are also offered starting trinkets that give you your base buffs for the rest of the run. Your secondary fire, which is the same for every run, is when things get interesting. On the right side of the screen, alongside your ammo bar, there's a stamina bar that tells you the amount of swings you have at the moment. These regenerate with time, so no need to worry. When you swing at red enemy bullets, the fact deflects them in the direction of your cursor. When you swing it at an enemy, you reload your main weapon and slow down the enemies and their bullets, giving you time to recenter yourself among the chaos you will probably find yourself in. Last, and definitely not least, is your dash ability, which allows you to quickly move in any direction while becoming immune to damage. As you progress, you get different weapons and items that reflect the design principle of auto shooters a little better, each one having their own conditions under which they are activated. While some of them have a timer, others get activated after a cooldown that can be hastened with other items. This is the element that gives the game its truly chaotic nature, since you're going to be spawning all sorts of critters, explosions, and bullets in no time. While Time to Strike is a game that has a lot of it going on at any given time, personally, I think it gives the player lots of tools that help you visually understand all the things that are going on at any given time. The game sets enemy bullets visually above your own so you can clearly see their trajectory. There's also a couple of points in the outer perimeter of the play area so that you can clearly see your location at any given point. The character has a couple of bars below it that show you the amount of dashes and swings that you have available to you at any time, as well as having your amount of ammo visible on your cursor at all times, as well as in big bars on the edges of the battlefield. During gameplay, you will find recharge capsules that either give you 1 heart, refill your stamina, or ammo. They exist on the playing field for a limited time, creating an interesting mechanic where you may see a resource you need and you have to traverse through treacherous terrain to get to your objective. The game eventually becomes a very interesting puzzle of managing your resources to keep you alive through the onslaught of enemies, particularly the bat and the dash. You can always bat away the immediate threat of bullets coming your way, but in doing so, you trade off immediate safety for future safety, expanding the bar that you may need a couple of seconds down the line to refill your weapon or to get you out of a risky situation. The visuals of the game are simplistic but effective, usually with bright colors, basic shapes, and an overall very cute, consistent aesthetic. One of the few criticisms that I do have about this game is in the way that it conveys to the player that you have been hit, which is not good enough, really. I hope it changes in the future, but as of right now, it seems like you getting hit yourself isn't really all that well telegraphed to the player. The screen flashes black for a second and that's that. Maybe adding a different sound, or by adding a red colored overlay for a split second, that information might be more immediately conveyed to the player. To sum it all up, I think that Time to Strike is a game that shows a lot of very thoughtful design that can help you scratch either that auto shooter itch or that bullet hell itch that you might have going on. And for its low asking price, it's pretty much a game that offers a lot of bang for its buck. If you want to play an auto shooter but feel like other games in the genre take too much time, I'm pretty sure this will probably be up your alley. If you like this short review, make sure to do all the YouTube engagement things, and you can catch me streaming over at twitch.tv/laserwolf0. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you on the next one.